You can listen to this practice wherever you find yourself today. You can be sitting down, or you can be laying down, or you can even be stretching and doing things if that's what you got to do. And hopefully, wherever you're at when you listen, this will still be helpful to you in some way. And so if you would like to listen in a still position, you can just allow yourself to take all the time that you need to arrive there. And just let yourself fidget, adjust, stretch, or move your body in whatever ways your body wants to move. As you do your best to not think about these movements at all or worry about what anything looks like, but just allowing yourself to come fully into that sense of feeling and becoming curious about how the body is feeling right now, and maybe following those yummy sensations that you feel when you roll out the spine or the neck, the shoulders, the hands, or the wrists even, and just trusting your instincts when it comes to movement. Trusting the way that your body wants to move you, almost letting your body move you in the ways that intuitively feel good in your bones, muscles, and joints. And if what feels best in your body at any time is stillness, then honoring that need for stillness whenever that feels like what you need. And there's also no rush whatsoever. You can continue to move throughout this practice anytime you feel the need to. But at any point, if you haven't already and would like to, you can find your way to a still position with the spine nice and straight in whatever position you've chosen. Just feeling that your head is aligned over your heart, aligned over your hips. And if you're laying down or standing up, even aligned with your heels as well. And if you're in a space where you feel safe and would like to, you can allow the eyes to gently close at any time if they aren't already. And taking a moment, just as we begin this practice today, to make note of what your personal starting point is today. Coming at this whole practice, and maybe even extending that to your day or to your life. To stay in this curious perspective, this open perspective, almost one of a childlike wonder. As adults, we can become so dulled to life and to the mundane and things that we see every day. But all of us were once children, and all of us can still access that childlike wonder that we all once possessed and do still have access to. And so just becoming curious of how you are starting your practice today, how you are feeling right now. Noticing any expression that you feel resting on the face. Maybe the brow is furrowed or the jaw is tense. Maybe the eyes are squeezing shut or the nostrils are flared. Maybe the chin is even holding some tension, or the ears. And just make note of where the tension is tending to gather in your face right now. Making note of any emotions that could be communicated by this resting expression on the face. And then choosing to allow all the muscles in the face to release, to relax. As you let your jaw hang into place and your tongue to release from the roof of the mouth. And you feel that softness in your mouth. Naturally allow your chin to be a bit softer. Allow the nostrils to relax. The cheeks, the ears, all those tiny muscles along your lash line that scrunch up when you squint, even feeling those soften. As the corners of the eyes get just a tiny bit wider, simply with this release of tension, this unraveling of the muscles. Feeling your forehead be wide and deep. And even letting your gaze be soft wherever it is you are looking, whether that be at the world outside of you or at the world inside of you. Just letting your vision almost glaze over. To stay in this receptive state, this curious state. And just seeing what it is that you do see. Remembering that whatever it is that you are seeing right now is a powerful and very helpful anchor to the present moment. And the same can be said for all of our senses. What we perceive, what you perceive about this moment through your eyes, ears, nose, mouth, and all across your skin will only ever exist in this exact moment. And so when we find ourselves getting wrapped up in our mind, in the world of thought, in the past, or in fears of the future, or in fears of our present circumstances, we can remind ourselves of our senses to bring us back to this exact moment. When it's not time for the mind to wander. When it is time for the mind to be here with you right now. Where it can be open, receptive, and be healing. Where you can simply exist exactly as you already do. And know that there is nothing wrong with you. And that you are exactly where you're meant to be. And the fact that you are who you are, and you are where you are, is the proof of that. You would not be here exactly where you are if you were not meant to be. Even when it doesn't feel like it, we are worthy of being here. Innately so. We have all been given this gift that is the human experience, experiencing life, worldly things, and the earth. and all of nature and human connection and all of the gorgeous, beautiful, wonderful things about life. But life also includes the opposite of all of those wonderful things. Life includes pain and suffering. It includes confusion and feeling lost. And there's nothing wrong with you when you are feeling those maybe more negative or darker feelings. It simply means that you are human and you are experiencing a darker phase of what humans experience. Maybe just a darker phase of your own experience. And that is okay. Because even the moon is in total darkness at times. But the moon will always move through those dark phases and become a bright full moon once again. And so will you. You are allowed to make the most out of whatever phase you are in, whatever that means to you. And you can take a moment now to just check in once again with the face and notice if any emotions or expressions have crept back into the muscles of the face. And then you can feel the sensation that all of the muscles across the face are almost ungripping from the bones and releasing back into the support of your skin. As you remember this constant hug of your own skin, holding everything exactly where it needs to be, without any of your direction or doing. Even in your deepest state of sleep, you are never crushed and you never float away, but you are always held exactly where you need to be, with the safety and the support of the earth beneath us and the force of gravity all around us. We are always being held right where we need to be. And you can notice the quality of your breath right now and where your breath is traveling to. Noticing the speed and the depth of the breath. And then you can consciously and intentionally slow down the process of the breath. As you take in a long and slow inhale in through the nose, and almost watch yourself, watch and see as you fill up to every corner and edge of you with this fresh new air. As you hold that for a moment, once you are full, to stay and experience what it feels like to be full of air right now. And then as you need to, slowly let all of that go. As you exhale bit by bit, you can gently pull the navel toward the spine at the bottom of your exhale to push any last bit of stagnant air out of you. As you again pause for a moment here, to stay and experience this sense of emptiness in the body, and allowing your next breath to come to you as it's needed. You can continue to breathe in this slow and exaggerated way for as long as it feels good and helpful to you. Not worrying about the actual length of the inhales and exhales and pauses on either side, but just letting each of the 4 parts of your breath be exaggerated, whatever that means for you right now. And at any point, if you haven't already, you may release this guidance over your breath altogether and allow yourself to almost feel like you're stepping back and up in your mind and into the role of the observer, that role of the witness, the one who is within you that witnesses all. Your body's gentle breath, steady heartbeat. And allow yourself to be exactly as you are. And trust that you are already on your way to where you want to be. And that this is not a race. Life is not a race. If it was a race, then we would all be rushing to the end, which I don't think any of us really are. We are lucky if life lasts longer. And races are over very quickly. And so you do not need to be in that mentality where there is a rush to do everything all at once. You are allowed to take your time to do what it is that you need for a sense of peace within you, or whatever you need to do to make any sense of your life and your current circumstances. You are allowed to slow down, to take days off. You're allowed to rest, to dance, to have fun, to laugh, to eat good food, to lay in the grass and look up at the sky and the clouds passing by. You're allowed to turn your attention toward the things that bring you more joy and more positivity and a sense of peace in your life. Which does not mean that we ignore and pretend that negative things or bad things don't exist. It simply means that we lean more in the direction that provides us comfort and a sense of peace, or a gentle knowing sense that we are on the right path, even when it doesn't feel like it all the time. It's not meant to feel great all of the time. Life is very complex and layered for all of us. And at any given moment, each of us will be experiencing a unique combination of wonderful things and horrible things. And we are allowed to acknowledge the more negative aspects of life. And it does not make us a negative person. It does not mean that we are bad or negative or dark. It just means that we are acknowledging a factor of reality that is bad and negative and dark. And reality will always contain some of that. Or at least it has always in the past, it seems. And at the same time, as dark things have always been present, so has wonderful, bright things. So has healing wonders of this world, just through the sun that shines every day. Even behind thick clouds, that sun is still shining. Even in the middle of the night, that sun is shining on the other side of the world. And so we may not feel that shining warmth all of the time. And clearly we're not meant to. But we are allowed to soak up all of that warmth that we feel when we feel it. And allow it to carry us through the darker times that are to come. And we can also trust that all of the brighter times and light times in life that are in the future are also to come. And they're all on their way to you. And so you can just check in with your own heart right now. And just gradually bring more and more of your attention to focusing closely on your physical heart. The steady rhythm, the steady background beat to every moment you've ever experienced. Tuning in to the rhythm of your own life. The rhythm of all the life and love and energy that is being pumped into you through this heart every moment of every day and every night. And this beating heart is your own personal, direct line of connection to whatever source or force you believe allows all of our hearts to beat. You are innately connected to that source. And there is nothing you can ever do or say that will strip you of this connection. We know that energy cannot be created or destroyed. And ultimately, at our core, all of us are energy. And so the essence of who you are can never be created or destroyed. You are unique and have unique things to offer this world. And so often we are the ones that get in our own way of fulfilling our dreams and the things that we really want to achieve in this life. Oftentimes we will shut down the idea of our dreams before we even get started because it scares us, or we don't want to fail at something that we've dreamed so long about. But just know that failure is also a part of life, and failing at something is a wonderful thing. It means that you tried something new. It means that you've learned something more. It means that you've experienced another aspect of life and you've become a more well-rounded human. And many will say that the true failure is never trying. And if you try something and you're not good at it, or you feel like you failed at it, that isn't a true failure. Because at least you tried, you gave it a shot. And then you don't have to wonder about what it would have been like if you tried that one thing that you always dreamed of. You can put that away and say, that's what would have happened. Or maybe you'll find out that you are phenomenal at it and it's where you belong. Whatever the thing is that you are afraid to do, but feel a longing for. And just take a moment now to exhale into exactly where you are right now. Allow all the muscles across the entire body to ungrip from the bones and to release into the support of your skin. As you feel this innate trust and safety with your own anatomy, your body has done enough to keep you alive up to this point, and it will continue to do so for as long as you exist in this body. And that alone is something to be so deeply grateful for. The fact of our own existence is a wonderful and marvelous thing. And so you just take the next few moments to just allow every word that you've heard today and every feeling that you've felt today to settle within you. And you can trust that anything at all that you heard today or felt today, it really resonated with you or struck a chord with you in some way. You can just trust that that feeling can sometimes come when we hear on the outside what a part of ourselves already knows to be true on the inside. And so you can just allow these deep truths to be enhanced within you so that you feel a little bit more confidence to act on your own intuition and to trust your own instincts. Trust your own interests, passions, and fascinations, and follow wherever those things lead you. And so if it feels like something you would like to do today, you can just let your hands come and find each other in a prayer position toward heart center. As you feel this contact of your palms and fingers to one another, and you allow your heart to lift toward your thumbs as your thumbs press back toward your heart. And you feel all of this energy that is generated through you, the rhythm of your own heart. And taking one deep, final, full breath of air into the body, letting yourself fill up to every corner and edge of you, the most you have today. And as you exhale, letting go of anything at all that you're ready to let go of as you allow the head to gently bow. As you take this moment to bow to the source of energy that allows all of our hearts to beat, whatever you believe that to be. And bowing to everyone else in this space who has listened and completed this practice right alongside you. And finally, bowing to yourself for choosing to show up today and taking the time out of your busy life for this pure act of self-love and self-care. And may this act continue to heal you through the rest of your days and nights. And may you bring the same love and understanding to everything that you do and to everyone that you see. Thank you, thank you, thank you.